street.
Another lazy afternoon.
Look at that.
The clouds covered in gray. Third coffee of the day. Almost fell asleep soon.
How are you feeling?
I yawn at the display.
That's it?
Meeting of the day.
Other than that, I'm actually pretty
But
excited.
I can hear raindrops that dancing on the roof. It's like they're calling out, don't lose your youth. 'Cause I can stay inside and step away inside. Oh, make today just a little less mundane. Oh.
Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to be talking about the night that I had in Saigon. Well, the night that we had in Saigon, but I'm only going to be talking about my personal experience. First of all, I want to mention that Ho Chi Minh City is known for being one of the craziest cities in the whole entire world, and you'll understand why in a second. David and I decided to sporadically go out on a date the other night because it had been some time. We rode around for a while on the streets of Saigon. I was completely zoned out. I had no idea what awaited me.
Are you having fun?
I do. I am having a lot of fun.
Good.
I
What do you
like
think?
just looking around at all the buildings. Even though we haven't actually stopped anywhere, it's still interesting to see everything. Because we've also been in the same spot for so long, just walking back and forth between our apartment and the mall that's next to us, that I kind of just forgot how huge Ho Chi Minh City was until we started driving around.
How do you like this place so far?
It's just like the feeling of experiencing something new. You're completely engrossed in just looking around, that you're not completely sure as to what is going on around you.
Yeah.
That's what I was so distracted by when we were riding the scooter. I just kept looking up and I got like a little pinch in my neck, but I was so unaware of how crowded it got until I looked back at you.
So you're overwhelmed.
A little bit, yeah. But I'm excited too. I'm really excited actually.
Okay.
Once we had parked our scooter, we headed towards the walking street. This is a long road that is blocked off from cars and scooters, and there were many families and people there enjoying the cool night air and all the activities available. There was quite a lot going on. Something to note here is when you are in crowded spaces, people here but they're okay with pushing you or shoving you out of their way. It's not violently, but they'll kind of like nudge you just to get you out of their path of walking. And I am not used to this. Even though we've been here for some time, I've rarely had to deal with this, but I dealt with it a little bit more here on the walking street, especially when we were over by the performers, so everyone was kind of gathered around and I got pushed a few times. I wasn't mentally prepared for that, so I just started to feel kind of down. I felt like I was definitely out of place. And I was just overstimulated in general. And so that's why I was completely ready to get off of this walking street and go somewhere where I can just decompress, where I didn't have to worry about somebody else touching me, and I can also get out of all of the noise. That's why I was adamant about going up to the coffee shops. You can see in one of my clips that I'm kind of like pulling David towards the coffee shops just to get out of the street. Once we escaped to this cute little coffee shop inside the apartments, I had a moment to calm down. I want to talk a little bit about this place. So this place used to be an apartment building, and then it was turned into a place with restaurants and tiny coffee shops. Most of these coffee shops have adorable Instagram-worthy drinks, so definitely give this place a look. In some of these clips, you can see how haggard I was. I felt a migraine coming on, but I was still adamant to enjoy the night and, of course, our little date.
How about this? Aloe vera with orange.
What's this one?
Yeah, take that one too. And okay, now look at the view.
There's the sky deck. That's where we parked at.
That's the lowest looking building, and we call it probably the Texco. And look at this one. That's the walking street. Look at that. How you feeling?
Sweaty.
That's it?
Other than that, I'm actually pretty excited. I think I'm also feeling a little tired, must I say.
Tired? What time is it now?
8:11.
Okay. And talk about the city. How are you feeling right now?
It made me feel really tired. I think you can kind of see. But at the beginning, I thought it was okay, right? Going out dressed this way because I didn't think we were going to be doing this. So it was kind of sporadic and I was surprised, but ultimately happy. I think taking this moment was essential for me because if I did not, I think we would have left a lot earlier than what we did. Overall, we ended up staying out for about 2 hours, but had I have not taken the time to decompress, I think I would have been totally exhausted by the time that we got home. This was a real eye-opener for me, knowing where my limits were as to these kinds of situations and how to best handle myself and what I should do. Look at this, I got flowers. Mine's fancy. I don't think you can eat them though.
Decoration. The decoratives.
Just for decorative purposes.
What do you call it? They're, I don't know.
We'll figure it out. Gotta give it a taste now.
Okay.
Oh, we got lychee, right?
Lychee, yes.
Okay. It does have like a little bit of a floral taste, but it is so good.
Floral taste?
Yeah, it has a floral taste, kind of like jasmine tea,
Okay.
but it's really sweet, and then you can taste like lychee, of course, but it is really good.
Try the lychee.
I know I like lychee. It's just lychee,
Okay.
but it's good. Pick out all the flowers. I dare you to eat one. What's yours taste like?
Guava?
Oh, you got guava? Dude, these are big! Taste mine. Give it a taste.
Oh, yours is not just as sweet as mine.
I know, that's why I like
Mine is sweeter. At the bottom, there's a lot of guava seeds. So,
now, David was the one to suggest leaving the coffee shop. I didn't feel exactly ready, to be completely honest. I was kind of dragging my feet, doing anything to stay a bit longer. I even drank my tea slowly, which is different for me. Usually I'm pretty quick about eating or drinking. So it was unusual for me to take this long to drink a good tea, and it was really good. But I think he noticed that I was going a bit slower and doing anything I could to avoid having to go back down there.
Here,
Why? Are you done?
do you want to go participating in the flow of people down there?
I like it up here. I just needed a break.
You're some kind of raptor or something. Always want to be on the high.
But in the end, I'm really glad that he did, because there were quite a few things to see that we didn't see coming in. For example, we saw these really cool statue people. With the first one that we saw, at first, I thought it was a legitimate statue. This guy had me fooled. And then I was like, no, that looks really weird. Like, his hair is real. So the rest of him must be real. Looking for a good minute before I was like, no, that's a person. That's an actual person. This guy had David tricked, and he stood there looking for a moment, and then he's like, oh, okay, that's so cool. So there were quite a few performers. There was also these kids here blowing fire, which was very cool, but I was also concerned a little bit about their safety. Now, as we were going around the rest of the walking street, stopping a few times to look at some of the performers where it wasn't exactly overcrowded, I was still trying to find something to attach myself to where there were smaller groups of people, where I didn't feel like I was overcrowded. David had led us over to the fountain. At least I think it was David. And as we were sitting there, there were quite a few people, as you can see. So rather than trying to focus on the people, I was trying to find something else to focus on. And this is also the point where my migraine kind of came back in, which was very unfortunate because I was still trying so hard to not ruin the night. Something that I realized from this whole experience is that 1, huge gatherings and ragers. Okay, well, overly crowded spaces in general aren't my thing. 2, when I get overstimulated, I need to take a break to decompress before I can rejoin. If I didn't, then I know that I would have felt completely exhausted by the end, because I do know myself well enough that I would have gotten a little bit grumpy or snappy just because I was overwhelmed, overstimulated, and, well, exhausted and tired. That's the best way to kind of describe it. So by taking that small break that we did in the coffee shops, I was able to enjoy the night just a little bit more. And the other thing that I learned is about the time frame of how long I can stand the situation, the area, or, well, just the situation. And my limit is about 2 hours. I think if I go any more than that, I don't know what would happen, but I just know I wouldn't feel the best, and the whole experience would be a negative one for me. So 2 hours max. Now with this whole thing, even though the walking street is a nice place to visit, and the way I'm talking about it, it does sound a little bit negative, but I just want you guys to know that if you are the type of people to enjoy these things, then definitely go visit this place. It's pretty interesting. I know it's a larger tourist destination, and it is worth seeing everything that goes on here, and I'm really glad that I did have this experience overall. Okay, that is all that I have to share with you guys in this video. If you guys liked it, please leave a like on this video and also subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on the next one. Alright, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.